Hello, so another beer review. So today we have a beer from Northern Monk. It's a can of their Citra lager. It's a 440ml can, 4.5% ABV. The artwork, I believe, is parodying sort of some old school Tennants, I think. Cans from like the 80s, which by today's standard were probably a little bit sexist and dated, and they had sort of like, I think they had like scantily dressed women on. I think they were called like the Tennants girls or so, I don't know, but it, a little bit sexist. But they obviously put a member of their staff in place of sort of the picture. We've got Ethan here, who's a brewer. So yeah, let's get this out and into a glass. So real light colour. It's a carbonation, but it looks like a lager. But that said, you can really smell the Citra, and I'm not even gone into it yet. But yeah, head seems to be dissipating quicker than you'd expect on a lager. Yeah, not the greatest head, but decent enough looking beer, nice enough colour, maybe a little bit lighter than you'd expect, but looks okay. Let's go in for the smell. Yeah, you can sort of smell the Citra, smell the hoppiness. Like I said, I could smell that while it was pouring, but there's a slight, I don't know. There's a bit of a sort of a smell on the smell that sort of reminds me of like a non-alcoholic beer. That sort of like sweet. No, I'm hoping that isn't on the taste because it'd be disappointing. It's a 4.5% beer, but it does smell a little bit like a non-alcoholic lager, if I'm honest. But there is a bit of the Citra, there is a sort of citrusy note, a bit of stone fruit, melon and stuff, but other than that, it's quite floral smelling. There is a bit of like a non-alcoholic lager-like smell to it. Maybe that's just me. But smell, underwhelming I'd say, the smell, but hopefully, the taste's the important thing, isn't it? Let's go in. Okay, the taste is much better than the smell. It's fairly subtle. It's not, but it is, lagers are subtle, It's not a double IPA or anything like that. There is the Citra. There's a real Citra taste. There's lots of sort of stone fruit, sort of a bit of lime, sort of like a sort of resiny like taste as well. A bit of like grapefruit. But it's also got the sort of honey, sort of breadiness of a lager. It's also a little bit of sort of like a white wine like taste. Grapiness almost, which you wouldn't expect from Citra at all. more of a Nelson Sauvin related sort of taste, but I do find lagers do sometimes give that a bit of a sort of white wine like taste. It's nicely carbonated. Very drinkable. Really citrusy. Lots of citrus. Very crisp, refreshing. Just coming the end of sort of like a little mini hot spell in the UK. I mean, it's dull as anything today, but you know, last few days it's still warm, quite muggy though. But the last few days it's been, you know, really warm, and this would have been perfect. This beer, lovely and refreshing. Is it the absolute greatest lager I've ever had? No, it's not. You know, I think it's just, I would like the malt to shine a little bit more. It's almost a little bit like an IPL with how hoppy it is. Which again, it's, you know, described as a Citra lager. It's sort of to be expected. It's going to be hoppy. You know. Well, more of a session IPL really at 4.5%, but it's certainly refreshing and nice. Just would like a little bit more, you know, it is very, it's not the, you know, I would like a bit more sort of head retention, there's like no lacing or anything on the glass. You know, it kind of looks like white wine or something, doesn't it? In the glass, it doesn't look like a lager at all. I wouldn't even say it looks like a beer at all after I've had a few sips, you know. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's a solid lager. It's not blowing me away, but it's very easy drinking, as you can see by how much is left of this 440ml can. I would happily drink it again. I wouldn't go out of my way to drink it again, but I would do. It's a solid lager, and to rate it, I'll probably give it a 3.25 out of 5. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's solid enough. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been the review of Citra Lager. I think I might have called it Citra Light Lager. I do apologise, that was one they did last year, which I actually would say was better than this. Please drop us your thoughts below, give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, click the like icon to be alerted all future videos, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.